Oh, hello there. Today we're going to be taking a look at World v World v World PvP in Guild Wars 2. World v World takes place in an enormous battlefield in which 3 servers duke it out for domination. Now I just have to say something I love about this. It's that the 3 servers are actually picked through a matchmaking system, so the winning servers will face against other winning servers. In theory, at least, this should make it a pretty fair game. With that said, let's look at the mechanics. There are 4 different World v World maps. Each server has one map that they start out controlling. In the middle, there is a 4th map, the Eternal Battlegrounds. This is the most popular map, as there's a massive castle in the middle of it. Other than that massive castle, spread across the map, there's a lot of buildings that are divided into keeps, towers, and supply camps. Supply camps aren't really buildings, but they are a point to hold. Holding these points will give your server points. In the case of towers and keeps, they have fully destructible doors and walls. Now that leads to a big part of the game being actually about fighting enemy doors instead of real enemies. It can get kind of boring on a personal standpoint, which is why I'm a little torn, because on the grand strategical scale, it's actually pretty good that it's like that. While you're fighting that door, the other side can be sitting repairing it. But that takes supplies, which come from supply camps on supply caravans. This means you're sort of starving out your opponents as part of strategy, and it leads to all sorts of defensive strategies as well. Another strategy that can be used in this case is just killing a bunch of supply caravans all over the place, so none of the keeps of your enemies have any supplies left, and then you can just take them out one by one, really fast. There's a lot of what I just mentioned actually. A lot of stuff that makes it so strategic server-wide play is great, but individual play isn't as great. One thing that just makes it like that is the fact that there's just so many people and that you don't matter so much. But a better example of this is the fact that, as far as I can tell, there's only one waypoint for each faction. This means that after running halfway across the map, you could just die in a minute, and then have to go back to the start and run all the way back. So on a personal level, this really sucks. This will happen to you if you play any big amount of World PvP. It will most likely frustrate you, and I've talked to a lot of people who are actually really turned off right away due to those big walks. The thing is, again, in the grand scheme of things, this is actually a good thing. What it does is make deaths actually matter. If a team gets a kill and the killed player teleports back to the start, that team gets a big advantage for at least a few minutes. Alternatively, that player can wait around a bit. This system actively encourages you to revive your allies, so again, it's good for strategy. Due to all of this, I don't think World v World is best enjoyed alone. It probably takes 10 players to take one of the smaller points on the map, so if you don't have a bunch of buddies to play with, I would join a guild. Join some kind of guild that does World v World if you want to participate in it actively. Playing with a good group of people, with some voice comms most likely, is probably the best way to do it and have a lot of fun doing it. Something that is really cool about World v World is the rewards. As fun as all of it is, you aren't just fighting for the hell of it. Winning servers get bonuses to all kinds of things like gathering, crafting, or combat straight up. Another cool thing is that you get XP from all of this. When you enter World v World at a low level, your stats are actually boosted up to the level 80 stats. You don't get all level 80 skills as you would in structured PvP, but you get your current skills and they do the amount of damage they would do if you were at level 80. So this means that a level 80 player will have a slight advantage over you, but 2 level 1 players in this game probably have a really good chance against 1 level 80 player. It's interesting, and this means that you can compete to a decent degree and level up while doing so. You can actually level up completely through World v World if you want to. To support this, the maps are filled with skill points so you can learn new skills, as well as other exploration-based things that you would find in a normal map world. The thing about having all that in it is that it means it's very popular. As someone that's on one of the higher population servers there is, I have to queue up to get into World v World any time of the day. Sometimes this takes minutes, but other times you cannot get in for hours. This is an issue for people that bought the game solely for this, and all I can advise for now is to wait a while until the population dies down, or just to pick a lower population server. Like the rest of Guild Wars, this game style can be a little intimidating when you first start. So here's what I suggest you do when entering it. Pick one of the maps, go to it. Now open up your map, and look for a symbol with swords crossed. One of those symbols means there's a battle going on there. Once you've located the closest battle to you, just head for it, join in the fight, and get lost in World v World combat. It's as simple as that. Follow the group. A little bit of a zerg, but that's kind of the fun of it. You'll learn more from there, and there is some more elements to it if you really want to get into it. There's siege equipment and upgrades that you can buy to help you out. There's also some orbs that you have to capture. If you capture 3 of these orbs, your whole team will get a significant bonus to health and damage. These orbs are split up in the 3 server-based Borderland maps. Each server's map will start with 1 orb. So if you want to do it, you have to get one from the other 2 servers. Anyway, simple to get into, but with a lot of complex features. I am really loving World v World gameplay right now. When I can get into it, that is. It's PvP with a few PvE-like elements. If you don't mind a few individual flaws here and there, it might be your favorite part of the game. Okay, next up I'll be posting up a little video highlighting the personal story part of the game. If you'd like to see that and more, you can subscribe and let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.